Before I teach you this trick, though, there's one thing that you gotta know. You're not gonna watch this trick tip and go outside and kickflip first try. I mean, I hope you do, but you're probably not going to. It took me like 9 months to learn how to kickflip, at least. A lot of my friends took them longer. My one friend who's really good at skateboarding, it took him a couple months. So, yeah, just keep practicing, don't give up. This is the trick that most people give up skateboarding on, because it's so hard and so frustrating to learn. So just, keep trying, and hopefully you'll get it. About foot position. For a kickflip, you want to have the back foot wherever you ollie. I have mine squared up with the tail, it just gives me the most pop. The front foot is really tricky. Like, I kickflip here now, just to get the most pop, or I kickflip here, my foot's already there. But you'll see a lot of people on YouTube, mainly professionals, that tell you, put your foot lined up with the bolts, and you go, and you flick out, and all that stuff. No, you really need to have your foot back far to get the most flick, especially when you start doing this trick. So, probably there you should try. You can try here, like lined up with the first bolt, and your foot should be at a 45-degree angle. See that little point in my foot? It goes to the, like, diagonal to the bolts, and that's where it should be. So, yeah, the first kickflip I did, my foot was like here, and I moved it to here, then here, and then I found it works easiest here. So, yeah, just give all those different things a try. You could even try putting it back further, like here, or, I don't know, maybe if you're really good, put it up here or something, but, I don't know, just try, like, back further first, because it gives you the most flick, the most, everything, and it makes it the easiest for you. Yeah, now I'll show you what to do once you got the foot position. You want to, instead of flicking out like they say, you're really going to flick kind of at a diagonal. So, here's the board. You're going to flick here, flick at a diagonal there. Once you get to there, you'll kind of flick more to the side. It'll go like that. And then, that should get the board spinning. You really, right at the concave where the board kind of starts going up, that's where you should, your foot should stop going diagonal and start going, like, sideways. Not, like, straight back sideways, but kind of, like, at a slight angle. So, yeah, that's how you get the flick. Now I'll show you what to do once you get the board spinning. So, you got the flick. You should try that a couple times. Get it so that it can spin under you. It's real important. Like, you can do all the, like, kick flips that you want, but if you get it to spin and it flips over and goes out, you're never going to kickflip. At first that's fine. That's how you learn. But you should eventually know how to get the board to spin under you, and then you need to work on the landing. Basically, you're probably going to catch the board, probably the first couple times, the board will hit the ground, then you will. You're not going to catch it real high. But, if you do, if you have really high ollies, you're probably going to catch the board with your back foot. It's the best to catch it over the bolts or over the tail. The tail would probably be the best, because then if you land, like, with your weight toward one side or the other, you can kind of pivot out or whatever. But when you get the board spinning, you got to worry about a couple things. One is where your weight is. When you first kickflip, when you're going to kickflip, when I used to do it, my weight would be back, so it would spin, I would land like that. Or even worse, I would land like that, it would hit my foot and throw me back. And it looked really funny to watch, but it didn't look good as a kickflip. So you really need to keep your weight centered over the board. And that'll help in the flick too, because you have more weight on your front foot. It'll help the flick. And then landing, you really need to, the board will spin, you catch it, and you really need to commit to it. Like, most people, when they're kick-flipping, there's a natural progression that everyone goes through. There's a point where you'll flip, you'll spin, and you catch it, and your foot lands over here. Like, totally, like, off the board. And you think you're close, because you land one foot on, so you should be close, right? Well, you're not. It's all about committing. You're not committing to it. One thing that really helped, probably the best thing that I did, was I would flick only halfway. I would land like that. Like, my board upside down, I would land. And that really helped committing. And, just getting the committing down, and then once you can do that, you should try flipping the whole way, and then hopefully you'll get it. I think that's everything that I need to tell you, except just try with chairs once again. Like, put chairs on the side of you, hold on to them, and try your kick flips. It makes them way easier. So, yeah, now I'll show you what can go wrong and how to fix it. One thing that can go wrong is not flicking enough. It's kind of weird. Like, if you're putting your foot up here and you're not flicking enough, just move it down. But you can also move it down too far. Like, move it down, like, back here or something. And then you're not getting enough. Your foot isn't staying on the board long enough to spin it. So, probably here would be the best to start out, halfway between the edge of the board and the bolt, or at the beginning bolt. Yeah, so hopefully once you get the spin down, then you can work on landing. Watch some of my ollies, and then hopefully you can get a feel for them and go outside and try to ollie. Probably not going to land it. I hope you do, but you're probably not going to. But just keep trying, and then you'll land it someday, and you'll thank me and rate this video 5 stars.